Hello, my loves. Welcome back to Craft Hoarder over here on YouTube, our own crazy little crafting corner of the universe. We are back with another episode of Paint With Me. Welcome to this journey of refreshing my stash and getting through some whips. I was working on this piece, the last paint and chat. It is a custom piece by Evermoment. I don't know the name of the piece itself, but this is the artist rendering here. And as you can see, we've just gotten done with the little fairy wings. Well, part of the little fairy wings. There's still some to be done. I am using the Red 2 tray system. I have this tray out just in case I need it, but so far I really haven't because this is such a high confetti piece. I'm just using these little tiny trays that come in it. I'm using this pen from Diamond Art Club. It is one of the twist and picks, which I put a metal tip on, and I've got a 4-placer on. That's really as much multi-placing as I can do in this piece. Got my tweezers just in case, and I've got this little thing to stick some trash drills in. We are working on this section here, and we'll probably, hopefully, get this finished up in this episode, so we'll see. I'm gonna turn my light pad on. It's really nice how this piece is coming together. It's kind of hard to work on it because you can't really see what you're working on because of how much confetti there is until you're done with it, and then you take a step back and look at it and go, oh, okay, that's what I just did. And then it looks fantastic. So I'm going to turn this on and zoom in on the section that we are working on. Let's see. That's pretty good right there. I think we'll go with that. Then you can kind of see some of these symbols I'm having a difficult time reading. It's mostly so far the only one that I really have a hard time with is the 4, the symbol 4. And I think that's just because when I have my light pad on, which there's one right here, you can see that. To me, when I'm looking at this really closely, it looks like almost like this double arrow symbol, but going the opposite direction. And that's only on some of them, not all of them. And I think that might just be a printing quality issue. I don't know. So far, that's really it as far as difficult symbols to read. I'm going to squeeze in here. Sorry. Try not to bump anything. Okay. I'm in my jammies today. It is a jammy day. My kids, well, my youngest just got over some kind of viral thing. She ended up with an ear infection, and it's her first one. I'm really, really keeping my fingers crossed that she's not going to end up like her older sister and have a serious problem with ear infections. This is the first one, so we'll see. But she just had this viral nasty bug. And she is on antibiotics for the ear infection because it was really hurting her. And her fever was getting pretty high, and it was pretty concerning there for a while. So I started her on the antibiotics, and she's feeling much, much better. You'll probably hear her in the background. And the kids' show that they're watching in the background. Sorry for that. But she's doing much better now. Her fever finally broke, and she's back to her usual hyperactive self. My oldest last night woke up at, it was around like 1 o'clock in the morning, like crying her poor little eyes out as she's trying to go potty. And I asked her what was wrong, and she said that her hips were hurting. And I checked her forehead and I was like, oh my God, you're burning up. So I grabbed the thermometer and I took her temperature, and yeah, she's at like 104. So I gave her some Tylenol and it brought the fever down. But she's struggling pretty bad today. She's staying, if I don't keep up on the doses between Tylenol and ibuprofen, because I rotate them, if I don't keep up on those, her fever spikes back up to 103.7, 103.9, 104. So every 4 hours, we're giving her an alternating. Her next one will be ibuprofen. So she's gotten sick to her tummy a couple of times, and she's just having a really rough day. So she is currently on the couch watching cartoons and dozing in and out. She's just not feeling too hot, and I think it's whatever virus that her sister had that she ended up with. I think that's kind of starting to hit her now finally. Because she was perfectly fine the whole time her sister was sick. She did have an ear infection, but only in one side. So we chose not to do the antibiotics because she's had so many of them that we're just kind of like, God, if we don't have to and it can resolve on its own, let's let it, because it's becoming ridiculous. We have an appointment with ENT this month. High possibility she's probably going to get tubes put in her ears. Because they just don't seem to be clearing out properly. And as many as she's had, I'm concerned about the long-term effects. So I think we're gonna probably end up going with that. Not really excited about that prospect, but I'm also not wanting my poor baby to continue suffering through these ear infections. So, oh wow, that was a terrible start. So anyway, hi, how are ya? Hope y'all are doing good. Avoid the yucky bugs that are going around, because the school is sharing lots of fun yucks with us. And I hope you guys can all avoid it, because if you have school age kids, it's tough right now. If you don't have them, just avoid the parents, because chances are we're all probably going to end up with whatever this nasty is. My other half woke up this morning and he was like, God, I think I'm getting sick. I can feel that yucky in the back of my throat. And I was like, well, I was feeling it last week from being around my youngest so much when she was sick. So it's not really surprising. And I'm probably going to get hit again because my oldest was so sick. So yeah, it's not really surprising that he's now finally feeling it. So yeah, we're just a bunch of sickies in this house. Just a bunch of disease-ridden people. Kind of sucks, but we'll get through it. We always do. Boosting up on the vitamins and the teas and the... Ooh, speaking of tea, think I left mine in the kitchen. I'm gonna be right back because I want my tea. Okay, I'm back. I got my tea. It is my mango ginger immune support tea. Very hot, very delicious. Just trying to get that out of the way here. Because I don't want to continue to have whatever it is my kiddos are wanting to share. And then I got my chair all messed up. Good gravy. And then I just bumped you. I'm sorry. Can we still see okay? Oh yeah, we're good. Okay. All right. Sorry, totally discombobulated here. So yeah, that's been the fun events happening in this house. Did I say that I was using the Red 2 storage? I think I did. I'm really loving this system. Like, I'm really like, this is very convenient, especially for these very heavy confetti pieces. Like, holy cow, this is so nice being able to just like grab a tray, grab a few drills out of it, put it back. You know, it's been very convenient, and I've noticed such a huge time saver with this system. Last night I finished, because I also, okay, so I hurt my back last December. I re-herniated some discs. I think I did a worse job this second time around than I did the first time around. Because it's pretty rough. I'm having a hard time, very difficult time, like functioning in my day-to-day life because of the amount of pain that it's causing. And like, I thought I saw another. Oh, yep, I did right there. Let's see if I can find it again because I looked away. Oh, goodness, where did it go? There it is. Just like, so I feel like there's this, and I'm sorry, I'm gonna vent a little bit here. Because I'm kind of at a loss as to what to do at this point. Like, I'm still waiting on my physical therapy referral to go through. I'm still waiting on the MRI to go through. And this has been months now. And I feel like there's some damage, like some nerve damage starting to happen. Because, like, in my feet, in between my toes, it feels like there's paper. Like there's paper stuck between my toes. And there's like this burning sensation, and like you can see the physical spasming of all of the muscles down my legs, starting at my hips and going all the way down. My legs keep falling asleep from like not from being pinched right there. And it's not that they're asleep, it's just the sensation that they are. I do think that my feet are losing some circulation at this point because of all of the pressure in that nerve bundle at the base of the spine and in the muscles down the legs. So it's you know, it's getting pretty serious here, and I'm frustrated with our medical system because here I am on standby and I feel like I'm losing my ability to like walk. Like I laugh, but I mean that's how it feels, and it's getting pretty serious. Like there's really not much I can do to get any sort of relief at this point. So just functioning in general is pretty hard right now, and I'm not one to pop a bunch of pain pills because, you know, who wants to do that, right? Like, I have kids, I have a life, I'm just not gonna go there. Some people it works, but for me it doesn't even touch anything. It just makes me drowsy enough that I can go to sleep despite how much pain I'm in. With the combination of muscle relaxers and painkillers, and it's not healthy, and it's not how I choose to live my life. So I'm struggling a little bit right now because I have so much that I want to be doing and should be doing, and it's kind of tough, like being able to even like get up out of bed or walk around the house, and it doesn't matter, like I'm walking, sitting, standing, stretching, it all, there's no relief. It all hurts to do. I'm still doing all of these things because I know I can't just, you know, I mean, it doesn't do any difference if I just lay there, so that's not an option either, and I have way too much stuff to do to be cooped up in bed, realistically. So I'm getting a little frustrated, and I'm just sitting here on standby waiting for all of this stuff that should have gone through, and it's just taking so long, because that is the way our medical system works. And if you've ever had to deal with this, I am so sorry for you, because I understand. I completely, totally understand how frustrating it is dealing with our medical system, not only for as adults, but as for our children. And it's very frustrating. But on to happier things. I am at least able to work a little bit. I had to take a little time off this week because I was just in such rough shape and the kids were so sick, that I did end up taking a few days off of my part-time job. And I did miss a market this week because I'm just not capable of doing it right at this moment. You know, my other half, he helps out so much and he does the majority of the stuff, but like, you know, between him not feeling good and me not feeling good, it was just better that we stayed home in the current pouring rain snow combination that we've had going on. You know, no need to exasperate any situations any worse, right? So we chose not to do market this week, and bless his heart, he is helping out so much with design and marketing, and you know, we're coming into a brand new month. This is brand new. This is March 1st. So better things this month are happening, you know. So yeah, it's kind of been a little bit of a rough go this last week, this last couple of weeks. but I have gotten some diamond painting done, as you can tell, because I was on a different section altogether during our last session, and I've completed a couple of them since then. So I'm, able to do the things I love, which I'm grateful for. I'm able to hang out with my babies, which I am grateful for. I'm able to do their schoolwork, which I am super grateful for. It's just kind of a rough patch right at the moment. Yeah, so kind of a rough go of these last couple of weeks. Sorry to be such a down. Oh my goodness, Debbie Downer over here. Not really. I'm really not down. I'm frustrated. But I'm not down. I don't have time for that. But yeah, I'm it'll be fine. It'll all work itself out. It's just one of those patches, right? It's one of those tough patches that we all got to get through sometimes, and no big deal. We'll get through it. I'm looking forward to this month. I have, at the end of the month is my MRI. We did get that established, and I'm very much looking forward to getting that done so that we can move on to the next steps, whatever those next steps may be. Because this is becoming incredibly concerning. I don't want to have permanent, irreversible damage being done here because I'm being put on hold, so that's very concerning. We also have this month, we just got offered a First Friday position for for a pop-up market this week on the 6th. And it's the town gets together and does like these, they call it First Friday events, where it's a support small local business things. All of downtown stays open later. There's like usually some music and like food trucks downtown to promote. The shops have sales and all of those good things. And a lot of those shops also have like little pop-ups that people can display their goods in. And we got offered a spot to do that with our soap business. So I'm pretty excited about that. So keeping fingers crossed that it'll all work out, and we'll have that this weekend. We also have, I've heard back from a couple of major events. I am waiting on the jury of, there's a process for those of you who don't vend. There's a process sometimes at some markets that you have to go through called being in a jury. And it's basically a committee of people that go through and make sure that your product meets standards and see if it is something that is a viable option for that market. The one in particular I've actually done. I did that one last year. It's the Umpqua Valley Arts Festival. And why is that so sticky? And I did quite well there last year. And they actually, when they contacted me, they just had some extra questions for me and needed some extra pictures on things. But they did make it a point to tell me that they absolutely loved having me there last year and having my body care out last year, and that they look forward to having me again. They just needed some clarification because I listed a couple of different things that I don't think I had listed last year. So they needed some clarification on what those were. And the jury meets on the 3rd, and I'll find out at that point whether I'm officially in or not. So that's pretty exciting. The other one that I heard from is actually a event that doesn't take place until November. But I got accepted in to that holiday event, which was pretty big and had a pretty big turnout last year. So I'm pretty looking forward to that as well. And then we got into some other pretty big ones. One of them being the Apple Blossom event in Payette, Idaho. So we'll be in that one as well with our soap stuff. So yeah, lots of good things happening this month. Lots of very good things happening this month, and very excited to be a part of it and having it all work out and line up. You know, my honey is taking over the social media aspect of running the business for me. So he is working on developing my Instagram because I honestly have no idea how to work Instagram. I have no clue. Not a clue. And I've only ever used Facebook, and not really for business because, oh, hang on, malfunction of product here. Get back on there. My cup holder was about to fly off my desk. And considering the giant jug of water I have sitting in it, that would not be pretty. So yeah, he's taking over that. I'm making a lot of pretty serious updates to the website, including new pictures. So I'm excited about that, getting that light box out and staging the product and then editing the photo, and then, you know, and we're using some of those photos too on social media, but we're doing like a AI generation with it, and it's like, it's really cool. Like, listen, I'm not an AI advocate or anything, but like, some of this stuff is pretty dang cool and very useful for marketing. So I'm really happy with the way some of those are turning out. And then we've got some more space in the shop downtown. So more things coming. I have been testing my shampoo for like 3 weeks now. I have noticed a serious difference in the clarity of my skin, the flakiness of my scalp, you know, because I don't know about anybody else, but like, I have struggled with finding shampoos that work for me my entire life. Like, anytime I think I found a shampoo, I can use it for like a couple of months, and then I start getting these breakouts, like along my hairline, in my scalp, down on my chest, and it's just these very, very painful, like, it's almost like blisters. And some of them are like really deep, like blood blisters almost, and it's very painful. It's very painful, and I have yet to find a commercial product that doesn't give it to me. And I have tried countless. I mean, I'm pretty sure I have systematically tried every single kind of shampoo on the shelf at this point. Like, it's insane. And I think I've narrowed it down to the main ingredients is what the issue is. Like, main ingredients of shampoo detergent, because that's what shampoo is. Shampoo is a detergent. It's not a soap. It's a synthetic detergent designed specifically for hair, right? A lot of them have some very bad additives, and if you have any kind of skin sensitivity, it just becomes a nightmare. Those of you that are lucky enough to never have a problem with your shampoo, I am so happy for you, because you do not want that to be a problem. You don't want your skin that sensitive. It sucks. And for those of us that have serious skin sensitivities, I'm hearing you, man. It's brutal. And I feel for you. Like, my heart goes out to you, seriously, because it's brutal. So I designed my own shampoo, and I've learned a lot in this process, because, well, first of all, I've learned about what shampoo is and what is on the market as shampoo, and it's basically synthetic detergents, which can be found in all of our soaps and skincare and washes that we use. And it's, there's some pretty not good for you ingredients. I mean, I'm not an expert by any means, and I'm not trying to convince anybody to not use their shampoo. I'm just saying, from like what I've researched, what I've experienced, there's some pretty harmful stuff in a lot of our goods, and unfortunately for me, like, it's even worse because I seem to have some kind of an allergy to those things, as well as them just in general not being the greatest for you. I seem to have some allergies because it's a breakout waiting to happen that is incredibly painful, and itchy, and just, it's not fun. So I've designed my own shampoo using, and shampoo, I mean, it used to be, it's basically a liquid soap, right? Like, that's what it used to be. It's come a long way, and hair science has advanced, and, it's so tough because, like, I can't necessarily agree with the way shampoo is marketed and stuff, but at the same time, like, I'm not an expert, so I will say this. Chances are your shampoo is a synthetic detergent, and when shampoo first became a thing, like, old school, like 1800, I think, is when the first shampoos were developed. It was like in the late 1890s or something like that. It started out as soap. It was a lye-based soap, and it worked wonderfully. It can dry out your hair a little bit because it is a lye base, which makes it extremely alkaline. Your pH of your hair is it's between 4.5 and 5.5 on the pH scale. And pH of soap, homemade soap of any kind is between 9.5 and 11. I test my pH and I try to balance it between the 9.5 to 10.5 range. Because I think 11 is a bit of a harsh soap, and I'm not interested in causing worsening skin conditions by using such a heavy alkaline product on my body or anybody else's body, right? So generally my soap pH is between 10.5 and 9.5. It depends on which one you get, what you're using it for, right? I have several different formulations, and you can't get soap below 9.5 pH. So with shampoo, when you're making shampoo, which is basically soap for your hair, you're not ever going to see anything below 9.5 pH, which can be problematic. It can be somewhat problematic because your hair's pH is 4.5 to 5.5. So you got to balance it out. I use an apple cider vinegar solution. 50% apple cider vinegar and 50% distilled water. And you shake it up and you spray it on your hair after you've just washed. And apple cider vinegar acts as a natural conditioner, but the real purpose behind it is that the pH of that solution is ranging between 2.3 to 3.5. So it acts as a balancer to bring that alkaline level down in your hair so that it's closer to what your hair's natural pH is going to be. Sorry, I'm going all science geek on you here. I've been learning a lot about this in the last few weeks, and it's been very informative. And I totally understand why it can sometimes take years for somebody to develop a shampoo line, because it is very scientific. I did find a balance that is so far working for me. Like I said, I'm in testing phase right now. I've been testing for about 3 weeks, and I have noticed that excuse me, I needed to drink water. I used to dye my hair a lot, and I had a friend come over and help me, and God bless her, but she fried my hair. She used 2 boxes of bleach on my head when I typically only used like half a box. And I didn't realize that that's what she had done until she had already done it. And it fried, like completely fried my hair. And I've been nursing it back to health. So I've noticed that like that part of my hair that is still super bleach damaged is really, really dry. It is very, very dry. And it's going to be that way because it's bleach damaged. I mean, there's nothing I can do about it. And I'm not about to chop, 8 inches off of my head at this point. So I'm kind of letting it grow out and chopping off a little bit at a time. But I've noticed that like with my natural shampoo, that part just seems to be even drier. And I think it's because it's so damaged. Because the rest of my hair, the parts that are not bleach damaged, that have been growing out for quite a while now, are extremely soft. Like super, super soft. And very light. Like I'm not getting that heaviness that I get with a lot of shampoos. And I don't really feel like, I think the apple cider vinegar is conditioning enough that I don't really feel the need for a conditioner at this point, other than on my ends, like where it's really bad. So I am still working on a formulation for developing my conditioner that will match with my shampoo, but so far I'm very pleased with the results. Like, I'm not getting as much grease buildup. And I will say this, like, if you ever decide to make the switch to a natural shampoo, it takes some transitioning. It definitely takes some transitioning because we're used to those super thick, creamy consistencies coming out of the bottle, where homemade is watery. It's slightly watery. You don't necessarily have to use more of it, but it doesn't like do that super, super puffy lather that like you get from those commercial grades, because it's not a bunch of synthetic detergent. Like, that's just the nature of the game. So it has taken some transitioning. The other thing that I will say is that your hair, when you make that switch, your hair has to detox from all of the chemicals that you've been using in your detergents for so long, right? You get this buildup, and the alkaline nature of a homemade shampoo is helping strip that buildup. So your hair detoxes. So the first couple times that I used this stuff, it was like my hair almost felt waxy. Like, almost like I poured candle wax on my hair, and I was like, this doesn't seem right. So I did some more research and discovered, no, that's perfectly normal. That is what it is supposed to do, because it is detoxing. And I knew that, but I didn't know that that's how it was gonna feel, right? Like, it was very disturbing for a moment, because it wasn't really explained as like a waxy feeling to me. But I did dive into that. Like, why is my shampoo making my hair feel waxy? And it kind of went into this whole thing. And I learned a lot about it. So yeah, I've been learning a lot, and I don't have that waxy consistency after like the second, I would say maybe the third, because it was still a little bit waxy on the third one, the third wash I did, but I haven't noticed that at all since, and I've noticed it just getting softer. I'm noticing less hair coming out in my brush. It doesn't seem to like shed as much. So I'm pretty pleased so far. I'm still testing. I have a few guinea pigs out there that are also helping me test. Because I want to see if everybody has a different hair type, right? And it's got to be one of those things that multiple different hair types can use before I'm comfortable enough to try marketing it and selling it. But it's been such a fun learning process with that. Sorry if I just totally bored you by going all nerdy on you for a second. I sometimes just can't help myself. Just can't help myself. Really? Do you need something, Pooch? Do you need to go outside? Do you need to go outside? I think that's a yes. You don't usually just come over and talk to me like that. So, 1 second, guys. So, sorry about that. So even though I've been having a difficult time. I am still learning quite a bit and trying to do as much as I still can. So it's coming along. So those are positives. And, hiccup. Excuse me. Hiccups. So it's been we're still, we're learning and growing, and I'm pretty excited about the developments that I've been doing as far as, whoops, I missed one. Right there. As far as the business goes, I've been doing quite a bit. And like I said, he's been really ramping up on the social media marketing for that. And it's beautiful. His designs are just wonderful. And it's really nice. He's got a job now that is very flexible. He can have the time off to do this with me, and we're building it. We're like making it grow together, which is very, very nice. He's very supportive in that, and really wants it to succeed for everybody. I mean, it's just, he's a godsend. Like, he really is. He's helping out so much, and I'm so appreciative for him and all of the things that he's been doing and learning. He actually learned how to like automate a lot of things, and I don't really quite fully understand everything that he talks about when he talks about automating the marketing bots, because I'm not quite that tech savvy. I mean, I have some tech skills, but nothing like what he has. So it's very productive partnership, I think. And his design capability is just stunning. I mean, he's an artist, so his design capability is just beyond anything I could have. I mean, I can see the stuff in my head, but getting it out and doing it like to a functional product, completely different than seeing what you want it to eventually look like, right? Like, I would have to spend a lot to have the customizations done that he can just pop out within an hour. Hey, get your nose out of there. Don't you be rooting through that. You know better than to try rooting through the trash. What are you doing, dozy dog? Not okay. So yeah, that's been going really well. Very pleased with that progress there. We've had, the girls have had some awesome feedback from both of their schools. They're in Head Start and in kindergarten, and my kindergartner is now doing first and second grade work. And she actually was invited by some of the older kids to join into a crochet club that happens at the school, which I'm really happy for her. And she seems really interested in it. So considering that is one of my many hobbies that I do, I'm really excited about that. Like, I cannot wait to like see if it's a passion for her, because I can help her with that. I can teach her some things. I can supply her with some excellent tools. I mean, she's so mechanically inclined that I don't think that it will ever be a issue for her to like understand it. her fine motor skills, I think, might not be as caught up as her brain is in her grasping of things. So we'll see. We'll see if she likes it and if she wants to pick it up. I would be super excited for her to do that, because that would be something that, like, I could help her with. She loves diamond painting with me. She gets very involved in it, just like I do. And I love that. My youngest, she tries so hard, but her attention span is like a goldfish, okay? Like, this child is so ADHD, it's not even funny. Like, she's just all over the place. Which, I mean, I used to be too, so I still am a lot. Like, who am I kidding? I don't know where this one came from. This is a spare little dot that, where did I just drop it? There it is. Where did this come from? What color is this? Oh no, we got a spare. Oh, I think it's this color here. Okay, I think we're okay. I think it's this one. So, yeah, I'm really excited about that. And it's really nice that, like, the older kids in her school actually were like, hey, we want you to come and join us, seeing as she's a kindergartner and these kids are in, like, you know, 5th and 6th grade. And I'm like, oh, that's really nice, because it's a nice group of kids. So, like, I'm not against that, you know? She's very well liked by her peers and her teachers, and she is thriving in this community. And I love that for her. I really do. I love that for her so much. She's fitting in so well. And the fact that she can, like, work ahead and be at her own pace is just so nice. And because okay, I've got I've got a lot of trays out now, so we're going to take a second and put some of these back, because I have too much here to look at. That is another thing that I absolutely love about this system, is I can pull like 10 colors at a time to work with and not worry about getting things all mixed up, because why are you so grumbly, Mr. Man? Because it's not like they're just in a bunch of random trays with no notion. They're like marked trays, and that is what they're stored in, and it is a wonderful, wonderful system. I'm actually contemplating, like, making this like my main system to work with. Like, I love it that much, and it is such a time saver. Like, oh my goodness, I did not realize how much time I actually spend, like, pouring in and out of trays and containers. And I've seriously, I've cut my diamond painting time down in like half almost. It's incredible to me. I cannot recommend this system enough. Like, if you like to just work from your trays, this is such a convenient and so reasonably priced. Like, I spent the five of these, right? So 60 slots, 60 of these tray slots and 60 trays, right, was $32 on Amazon, like $31.99, right? And then I got an extra 12 piece so that I had 72 slots to work from, and that was only $8.99. So for $41, did I just math right? I think $41, I have 72 tray and storage, And it's just, it's so convenient, you guys. Like, I love this so much. Like, how did I not know about this sooner? Have any of you guys tried a tray system, like, similar to this? Like, I know that there's some from, like, Forever Young, but I didn't really want to go with those ones because I like the fact that these little white trays are removable. And, like, down here, this is also a tray. Like, it's not just storage, it's also a tray. And the little white trays are removable. So, I mean, I'm thrilled with this. This was probably, like, as far as diamond painting goes, some of the, like, one of the best $40 purchases I've ever made for diamond painting. Like, seriously. I'm in love with this. I almost, except that I feel so loyal to my Elizabeth Ward that I almost feel guilty for saying this, but I almost like this better than Elizabeth Ward. Like, and I love those containers. I don't like the price point of those containers because they're not cheap unless you can get them for a really good deal on, like, AliExpress or Temu. I've seen them on Temu for really cheap, like the knockoff ones. And I've gotten quite a few of the knockoffs from, like, AliExpress for really, like, cheap, like $11 when one of them costs like $45, you know. So yeah, I'm kind of tempted to say that I almost like this better than Elizabeth Ward. I'm whispering because, like, that's how bad I feel about saying that, but, like, holy cow. Talk about a game changer, especially when there's this much confetti involved in a piece. I don't know. I have a couple of heavy color block pieces, and I want to try it. I want to try this system on a heavy color block piece and see what I think of it. Because I think part of the reason I love this so much is because it's so convenient for confetti, right? So I wonder if it's not that heavy of confetti, if I would love it as much. So I'm going to, when this kit is done, the next kit that I try in this is going to be a heavy color block. Just because I want that comparison. Like, am I still going to love it when it is heavy color block? Or would I be happier with an Elizabeth Ward on that? But the convenience of this is so nice. Like, I can just sit here and paint. I don't have to worry about pulling in and out of storage. I don't have to worry about, you know, trying to remember where I set my containers or setting my containers on top of my trays when I walk away because I don't want it to get mixed up with something else. And, you know, it's just so convenient. It's so convenient. I cannot say enough good about this. So is this something you guys would ever try? Like, have you guys tried this? Have you tried something similar? Is there something even better that I don't know about? Like I said, I was looking at those ones by Forever Young, but there was a couple of reasons why I went with this one instead. One was the removable tray. The other was it didn't look like the Forever Young was like an actual, like, heavy plastic container to keep them all in. It looked like it was made out of cardboard. I could be wrong. Maybe it's just at the version I was looking, because I thought I had seen some that were plastic. And, okay, so this is what I'm talking about. So this holder right here that holds all of the different trays is heavy duty plastic. And each tray has a slot that it slides in and out of. Like there's a lip there that holds it so that it's not all like falling together. Yes, dear.
Love you.
I love you too, sweetheart. Can you go watch your cartoons? Mommy's...
I'm getting the doggy.
I know. Mommy is recording right now. Can you please go watch your cartoons?
I love the doggy so much.
Okay, we'll take the doggy with you. He can go out too.
He doesn't want to go. He wants to go with me. Whoa.
Hey, you guys play nice together. Harley, you be nice to her. Don't you be a cranky old man.
Don't bark at me.
She doesn't like it when you bark at her. Go on.
Come on, puppy. Come here.
Alex, go watch your cartoons.
Doggy, no.
Sorry about that. Really, dog? I had you set up next to the kiddo. Why are you here again? I totally lost my train of thought. Oh, okay, so the Forever Young. Okay, so some of them looked like they were plastic, and some of them looked like they were cardboard. None of the ones that I saw looked like an actual, like, drawer system. Like, it looked like all the trays were just kind of sitting on top of each other. And I didn't like that because, like, let's be honest, like, the first time I even showed you guys these trays, I like spilled them everywhere. So, and that was with a drawer system, like a little lip for them to sit on. So if they did not have that, every time I went to go and grab one, I have a feeling that like it would have been a mess, right? Like it would have just been a mess. I'm klutzy, and for me, something that just stacks is not a good idea. Like it's just not. So I didn't really want to spend like twice as much on something that I didn't think had as many cool features. The trays look bigger, but I prefer the smaller trays anyway. So again, another reason why I kind of went with these ones. If any of you have any suggestions on other systems to look into, I would appreciate it, because I love this. I love this. I absolutely love this. I want to invest in more of these. And for $42 for a 72-piece set, like I'm perfectly fine with that. That is not unreasonable. You know, and that was the other thing. Like, Forever Young, they wanted to charge a lot more than that, I feel like, for far less trays. Maybe I'm mistaken, but it seemed like for like $45, I was only getting like half, if I remember correctly, but maybe I'm not remembering that right. I don't know. So if you guys have tried them and you like them, like, let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. I'm genuinely curious about the other tray systems that are out there. Like, for me, I can't have something that is open, like open containers, because I have kids, I have animals, I have me, and me is probably the most dangerous for that of all. I fall into everything. I drop everything. Like, I'm just a dang hot mess here. Like, I'm more klutzy than my 4-year-old is. Like, it's kind of entertaining actually to compare the process of waking up in the morning and we're both literally bouncing off of the walls because we're like that klutzy. Like, so open containers are a no-go. Automatic no. Something that is a closed storage system that is like spill proof is a yes. I would be interested in that. Something that is easy to use is a yes. And because I would rather spend my money on the diamond painting rather than the storage for the diamond painting, a low price point is a must. So if you guys have any other systems that would fit those criterias that is like similar to this style that you think I should check out, like drop it down. Drop it down in the comments. Let me know because I'm interested. I might just be a new convert to the tray system. Like, this is pretty cool. Like, not gonna lie, this is very cool. I don't have to worry about funnels. I don't have to worry about making sure my containers are snap closed. I don't have to worry about finding the right tray that I want to use, which, to be honest, like, all the trays that I use are either the Diamond Art Club trays that come in the new toolkits, or they are my Bella Art de Nicole trays. And most of the time it's my Bella Art Nicole trays. Because once I find a style of something, I tend to stick to it. If I find a style that I like, I tend to stick to it. I have a Firefly tray that I won and I like it, but it's not quite the right style for me. But I love the quality of the tray. Like, and they have a lot of different designs. I just haven't invested into too many of them because, I mean, I bought a couple of sets of Bella Nicole's and that's what I use. I mean, I use those all the time. I haven't really seen the need to invest in more trays, really. But if there is a system out there that you guys have that is like trays, but like storage at the same time, and it's like fits my criteria, like, let me know, because I've got a newfound love for this type of system. Like, this is seriously genius. Like, how did I not consider this before? Well, and before, to be honest, like, I was looking at a lot of things that were like open and was like, nope, that's a no. That's a no. My toddlers would drop that all over my floor in 2 heartbeats flat if I didn't do it myself. So, ooh, that's a very trashy drill that I just dropped. Where did it go, guys? Did I drop it on the painting? Oh, no, I dropped it off the painting. Okay. So that could be why I haven't really looked into these tray systems too carefully, because most of them seem to be like open, like taking all of those diamond kit, like the ones that come in the kits, and then just building a tower to put them all in. Yeah, that does not work for me. I'm far too klutzy for that kind of system. And it's so nice and easy to like reload these. Like, did you guys see that? Do you see that when I do that? Like, how simple and convenient this is. Like, holy cow. Very convenient. I'm just kind of babbling until I can like finish this section at this point. Ooh, so I started a new to me show. It's been out for a long time. My boyfriend has watched it. And it's not an anime one. So he's watched it a couple of times, I think he said. And it's very enjoyable. I had never heard of this one. And he put it on one day, and now I'm like stuck on it. It's called The Mentalist. Like, and you can tell it's an older show. Like, they have flip phones and like big computer monitors, and I mean, it's definitely an older show. But it's really intriguing to me because it's like this guy is like this consultant for the investigations of homicides, right? And like he just uses deduction and reasoning and studies the human behavior in order to like solve the crime. Like he knows who it is, like almost dang near at the beginning of the show, and then he just has to convince the rest of the team that that's who it is and get the confession, and it gets solved, right? Like it's a pretty good show. Kind of hooked on it, which I don't usually get hooked onto a lot of those kinds of shows, but I do like this one. So I've been watching that one. I'm on, let's see, what season am I on? I think I'm on season 3 now. It's a good one to just like put on in the background. Like I don't have to like focus 100% of my attention on. I mean, I will, because it is interesting, but like it's nice to be able to do other things and not get so lost that you can't like enjoy the show at the same time. You know what I'm saying? It's a good one for diamond painting. It's a good one for like working in the kitchen. I like it. The other one that I've been watching is Castle. I do like that show. Also new to me. Been out for a long time, but new to me. And I started rewatching House because he had never seen House, and I love Hugh Laurie. Excellent show. A lot of people find it boring, but not me. No, I like it. I like that show. He plays a great jerk of a doctor. It's amazing. Plus, it's interesting to me. So, that is what I'm currently watching. Right now, I am listening to the Seven Waters trilogy, which it has expanded into more than a trilogy now. So it's more like the Seven Water, I don't know, Chronicles or something? I don't know. When I very first read the books, it was a trilogy, and that was all there was, and it took her years to come out with anything else. So I am on book 3 of that. That is what I'm listening to. I'm about probably like a third of the way through that last book. And I did get the ones that kind of go along with that trilogy and like follow the rest of the way. There's like, I think there's like 7 books now. Something like that. So I did get the other ones to check out and see. Like, I know it's not going to be that main story anymore because, like, at the end of this book, that main story is done. So we'll see how they tie it in, or if they tie it in, or if it's just kind of a spin-off, or what it is. I'm not sure. But that is what I am currently listening to and watching. And then I am still reading the Wheel of Time series. I'm still on book 2. Book 2. I haven't picked it up in a while because I've been focused on my audiobook. So I haven't picked up my physical book in a while. But I love that series. I absolutely love that series. It is one of my favoriteest series of all time. I know favoritist is not a word, but it is to me. So, to all you grammar people out there, like, if my grammar bothers you, don't watch this channel because you're going to hear all kinds of strange words that ain't real words. My granny would be rolling over in her grave if she could hear the way I talk sometimes. She was such a grammar hound. She was a grammar hound. Where did that go? Went right onto the paper. Which is a good thing. I mean, like, I know how to speak correctly. I know how to write correctly, you know, because of her. But, you know, not everybody talks proper. Proper English is not everybody's forte. And frankly, I just enjoyed making up strange, silly words like discombobulated, you know? Let's see here. We are almost done with this section, guys. Like, almost there. I'm looking for the, let's see, there's K's. There's these Christmas tree things. There's dollar signs. There's the @ symbol. Where's that at? I don't know where that one is. That can take me a while, trying to find the correct symbol in a stack of symbols. And there's so many of them. There it is. Can get a little challenging for me sometimes, but which one is this? This is the Christmas tree. Do you guys name your symbols? Like, what do you call this one? I call it a Christmas tree because it looks like a Christmas tree, sort of. I mean, it's lacking as a Christmas tree, but it kind of looks like a Christmas tree sometimes. The @ Okay. Look at that. We are so close to finishing this that this is just gonna be an extra long one. Because it's just that close to finishing the section, and I'm gonna finish it with you guys. So kind of running out of things to talk about, but I do have another thing that I am about to introduce to my soap market, and that is magnesium oil spray. Yeah, so I learned how to make it. I learned it is incredibly easy to make, and I learned it is incredibly cheap to make. And I've been buying it for years. And I love it for, like, tired muscles and leg cramps. And, like, I'll tell you what, if I hadn't had magnesium oil spray during both pregnancies, like, I would have died from the leg cramps alone, because those were brutal. And that was the only thing that made any difference, was because I was taking all the things, right? Like, I was taking the magnesium, I was taking the potassium, I was taking this and that's like the extra, like, support in the prenatals and all that stuff, right? So I was doing everything I was supposed to do. I was drinking all the water. I was drinking all the electrolytes, but the cramps were still horrendous for me. To the point at like one point they thought I was having like leg clots, and they actually sent me in to ultrasound my legs in the hospital because they were like, yeah, this just seems so strange. Like, I'm wondering if maybe you have some blood clots going on in your legs. So they sent me in, and nope, it's just cramps. And so I was using magnesium oil spray, and that's how I discovered it. And I've been using it ever since for like muscle fatigue, and I still get pretty bad leg cramps. Right now my cramps are due to my spinal injury. I can feel it. I can feel the source of them, and it's in the spine. And there's not much I can do about it to relieve it. But normal leg cramps, like from, you know, just being tired or not eating quite right, or, you know, missing a dose of electrolytes in the day, you know, that kind of thing. It's magnesium oil spray. Spray it on, rub it in, you're good to go. Yes, sleep like a baby, right? I do it on my neck when I'm getting a headache, or, you know, there's all kinds of great uses for it. But I was paying like almost $20 for a little 4-ounce bottle. Like, on average, that's how much it was costing for a decent, like, without all the extra fillers, 19, 20, 21, all the extra fillers, and all the extra things that didn't need to be in there, right? Like, that's what I was paying for a high quality product that was pure magnesium oil. Well, I've discovered that it's basically just magnesium chloride flakes mixed in distilled water with some essential oils added for like extra, just because, right? Like, they have their purpose, but it's not like necessary. So yeah, I've figured out how to make it, and I'm really excited to be able to offer it at a price that is like way more reasonable. Because, I mean, you don't need to, it doesn't take a lot. It doesn't take a lot. It doesn't take a lot of effort. You're basically mixing the solution and pouring it in a bottle, right? Like, it doesn't even need preservative because of how acidic the magnesium chloride salt is. So, yeah, I'm super excited to be able to make that myself and introduce it to my market and my lineup of products. And I'll be able to offer it at a way more reasonable price than what most places are doing, and still make a profit. Like, and that's the whole goal, right? Like, to make a healthier product for cheaper, pass on the savings, and still make my money. So, look at that, we finished that section. Okay, let's take a look at this. I can't really tell what I did. I don't really see what I'm working on. Okay, this is part of flower. I think right here, is that supposed to be her legs? I mean, that would make sense because there's the bottom of her wing. Oh yeah, that's the bottom of her legs. Sometimes I have to like stand up. This is one of those ones that's kind of good at a viewing distance or through a camera lens because it looks great through the camera lens. So we finished her legs. Cool. Right on. And I've rambled at you for like an hour and a half now. So I'm going to let y'all go. Drop down in the comments any tray systems that you would find interesting. Or just anything else. Just say hi. Whatever. All right, Joe. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for stopping by. Be cool, be kind, be safe. Peace out.